Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We're doing our cooking corner cooking show today.
Yes, happy Wednesday.
And happy spring break. We hope you are all having a lovely spring break, enjoying the nice weather. And we are so excited. We're making cereal bars today.
Yeah, so the chat box check-in question is, what did you have for breakfast?
Good question.
So what did you have for breakfast, Miss Maria?
For breakfast, I had toast today, and over the weekend, I made a loaf of bread, sourdough bread. So I had that for breakfast. It was really good. What did you have for breakfast?
I had strawberry yogurt for breakfast.
Ooh, yum.
Yes, it was really good.
Awesome. Very nice.
So today we are going to be making a treat that could be eaten for breakfast or as a snack. We are making cereal bars. So we're going to start by having Miss Maria walk through some of the ingredients that we're going to need.
Yeah, so this is a super easy recipe. You only need 3 ingredients. So the first ingredient you'll need is cereal or cereal bars. So you can use any kind of cereal for this. Today we have our rice cereal, Rice Krispies, and our Cheerios. So these are both great, but you can use any kind of cereal you like. I like these ones because they are whole grains. So cereal. Then you will also need maple syrup or table syrup. I think you can also use honey for this, although we have not tried it out. So I'm not 100% sure how that would turn out, but we're using syrup. And then our third ingredient is some kind of nut butter or seed butter. So you can use peanut butter, almond butter. We have sun butter today. Sun butter is awesome because it is allergy friendly. And since we're in school kitchen, we don't use peanuts here. So we have our sun butter, syrup, and cereal, our 3 ingredients. Awesome. Miss Maren, do you want to go over our materials that we'll need?
Yes. So similarly to our ingredients, our materials are super simple this week as well. You're going to need a bowl to mix, a spatula to also mix your ingredients. For measuring, you're going to need a 1 cup measuring cup and a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. And then to prep the bars, they're going to be prepped kind of like if you've ever made Rice Krispie treats before. So we're going to use a flat pan.
You can use a cookie sheet or any type of flat thing that you have at home.
Yep, even a plate or anything like that. Some parchment paper so it doesn't stick, and then a knife to cut them when they're all done.
And if you don't have parchment paper at home, this is parchment paper, you can also use cooking spray. That's another option. So those are all of our materials and ingredients.
Okay, ready to get started?
I'm very excited, yes.
Yay. Okay, so our first step is
Washing our hands.
Yes, washing our hands. So did you wash your hands already?
I did. I washed my hands right before we started the live.
I did. Yes, I did as well. So if you have not washed your hands, and before you do any cooking or any eating, it's always a good idea to wash your hands, make sure you get any germs off. And we use our hands for everything. So it's good to make sure we start with everything being clean.
Awesome. Nice.
Okay, next step, we're going to be putting all of our ingredients together in a bowl. So our first ingredient is going to be our maple syrup. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons of maple syrup into our bowl.
And how many cereal bars do you think this recipe is going to make?
I would say about 6 cereal bars.
Okay, yeah.
So like little bite sizes.
Nice. Okay, so 3 spoons.
Nice.
1.
Notice how Miss Maria makes sure that she is measuring over the bowl too to catch anything. And since this isn't baking and it's kind of just a simple recipe, if you accidentally add too much or too little, that's totally okay. It's when we get into baking that we want to make sure we're more precise.
Exactly. So we have our syrup in the bowl. Now what do we do?
Next, we're going to add our sun butter. So for this, we have these little school-size sun butters. So we're just going to add 3 of these to our bowl. This is going to equate to about 1 tablespoon each. So we're going to have 3 tablespoons of nut butter in our bowl.
Awesome.
I can help you.
Oh, thank you.
So sun butter is awesome. It's made out of sunflower seeds, but you can use, again, any nut butter or seed butter that you want. This would be really good with peanut butter. It would be really good with almond butter, or maybe even Nutella as like a real dessert. I feel like that would be good.
It does sound good. Awesome.
Very nice. Ooh, the maple syrup smells so good. I'm really excited.
Yeah, the sun butter, when it's being stored, it separates a little bit. So sometimes you'll have oil on the top layer and then the rest of the sun butter. But that's okay because we're just going to be mixing it up anyway.
Yeah, it's actually really natural if you've ever noticed on peanut butter or any other butter to have the solid parts be on the bottom and then a layer of oil on top. Sometimes that might be maybe a little weird, but that's actually totally natural. There's a lot of oils in your nuts and seeds. So when it's being stored for a long time, it's really natural for it to separate. Mm-hmm. So that is not a bad sign.
Yep, and we can just, when we mix it together, it'll make it nice and smooth again.
Awesome. So let's get a little close-up of what our bowl is looking like here.
Awesome. So we have our syrup and our sun butter in here, and our goal now is to combine these ingredients till it's totally smooth. And you can tell it's a little difficult because the sun butter is kind of hard. So you can try to do this, but I think we are going to microwave this to kind of melt the sun butter a little bit more and make it easier to mix together.
Yeah. So this next step of microwaving might be just an optional step, but it's definitely, we found it has made it a lot easier. So we are actually going to be taking a field trip to the microwave, and we will show you for how long we microwave our sun butter and syrup and what the consistency should look like.
Yeah, so it's really important to do this in a microwave safe bowl. So we made sure that this is, sometimes on the bottom of the bowl, it will say that it's microwave safe, which means it's not going to break when we microwave it. Super important.
Yes. And always ask for a parent's permission too when you're going to use the microwave or any kind of appliance.
Yes. Sitting it right now. Oh no, our connection is unstable.
Oh no. Okay, so we have found our microwave. So Miss Maria is just putting our whole bowl in. So sun butter, syrup in the microwave. And how long are you going to microwave it for?
I'm going to start microwaving it for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to check on it and mix it up and see how it's looking. You might have to microwave it for a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. We're just doing it until it's super easy to mix it together.
Yes. Awesome.
Nice.
Now, what happens if you microwave it too much, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe would it burn the sun butter?
Yeah, I think you probably want to make sure that you don't microwave it too much, or it could maybe get too hard even. So that's why we like to do it in 30-second intervals.
Okay.
Ooh, I see someone had a smoothie for breakfast. That's awesome.
Okay, so let's go to the table.
We'll get a view of what it looks like after the first 30 seconds.
So this is how it looks. So I'm going to try to mix it together and see if the syrup and the sun butter gets all combined. So when we did this earlier, we had to microwave it for a whole minute. So I think I'm going to put it back in just until it gets a little bit more melted.
Nice.
So
for how long again?
I'm going to put it in for 30 seconds.
Okay.
And hopefully that's long enough.
Ooh, and so blueberries and yogurt for breakfast. That sounds so
Ooh,
delicious.
I love blueberries.
I bet we could even add how could we add fruit to this
Yeah.
breakfast bar that we're making?
I think it would be probably pretty easy to add some dried fruit, so maybe some raisins or any kind of dried fruit that you like.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the easiest option.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Anything else?
Yeah,
Any other
maybe
fruit?
you could do dried blueberries probably. Raisins would definitely be good and super easy. And if you get school meals, you often get a packet of raisins too. So that would be super easy.
Awesome.
Okay, let's take a look now.
All right. Oh, this smells really good. So
Ooh.
now we see it's like much more liquidy than it was before, and it's super easy to mix together. And when I mix it, I don't see the syrup and the sun butter like separated anymore. It's totally combined, and it's very soft looking.
Awesome. So
And
I think
it
that's
smells
probably
good.
good, right?
Yeah, awesome. So let's head back to the kitchen
Nice.
and do our next step.
Awesome. So that was perfect. And also when you're taking it in and out of the microwave, sometimes your bowls can get hot. So you want to make sure that you feel first before you pick it up. And you could always use a towel or oven mitts too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the bottom of this bowl is hot, but the top is fine to hold. So just be careful. Don't want to burn ourselves while we're making more stuff. Very nice.
Awesome. So now back to our station for our next step. You all probably don't have to walk as far to get to your microwave.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
So there we go. It's nice and mixed together. So what's our next step?
Next step is to add our cereal. So to this, we're going to add 1 cup of cereal. So our 2 cereals we have are our Rice Krispies, crisp rice, and our Cheerios.
Awesome.
So I think we're going to do a mixture of the two. So I have my 1 cup here. Going to add half Cheerios. Let's see.
Perfect.
Okay, a little messy, but
That's okay.
that's what tables are for.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of Rice Krispies.
Looks good.
Okay, and so I have a cup of cereal. I'm gonna add it, mix it up, and we can always see if we need to add more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mix this up. I'll clean this up. Miss Maren, what's your favorite kind of cereal?
Ooh, that is a good question. I really like Rice Krispies.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes, they're so good.
Nice.
And especially putting some bananas with them. So delicious.
Awesome.
How about you?
I like Cheerios actually, which we are also using today.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So, anyone's watching, they want to let us know what their favorite kind of cereal is. Leave it in the chat box.
Okay, let's see what this looks like right now.
So it's looking like this. So we have the cereal all mixed in with the syrup, sun butter mixture. And here, let's see if I can pick up a little bit of it.
Do you think it needs a little more cereal?
I think it might need a little bit more. We don't want it to be too dry, but it's very sun butter-y right now. So we're gonna put a little bit more. I think that's good. We'll see. Awesome.
And you can always play around with this. So if you maybe make it a little too dry, you can add a little more maple syrup or peanut butter at the end. You can always go back and forth to even it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we want it to be all stuck kind of like this, but we don't want it to be too dry. I think, you think that looks good?
I think that looks great,
Okay, so
yeah.
here, let's show, you want to pick it up?
Yeah.
So we like it like this, so the way it can kind of stick together, like this. Awesome.
Nice.
So, what's our next step?
Next step is we're going to use our pan and our parchment paper, and we are going to put the big blob of cereal down and press it out into a flattened shape. So
Yeah, so if you don't have parchment paper, this is the time where you would use your cooking spray and spray whatever pan you're using so it doesn't stick once we put it in the fridge. So I'm going to put this onto our pan and see how it's like kind of in this lump here. So we want our bars to be nice and flat. So I'm gonna try to push this down and kind of have it into whatever shape I want the bars to be. So, you know, you can do your bars whatever shape you like. I'm gonna try to do ours into a square. And then once this is chilled in the fridge and we cut it, then we're gonna cut them into smaller pieces. And how thick do you think we're doing this?
I think we're doing about like an inch thick.
Okay.
And so after Miss Maria makes the shape that she wants, you could always press it down more after when you put the top piece of parchment down.
Yes.
So that is a perfect square. That looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, so let's see if I can show about how thick we're doing it. So it's like that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
about an inch.
About an inch. Okay, so now I'm putting the other parchment on top and kind of pressing it down just a little bit. We want it to be nice and even, all the same thickness. And I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think that looks
Awesome. So now what do we do?
So the next step for our cereal bars is kind of a waiting game because although you could totally eat them now, there's no raw ingredients or anything. What makes them really good is to put them in the freezer to get them hard. So we actually did a little bit of movie magic and we made another batch of cereal bars before this. So we will take you to the freezer and we will put these in the freezer to chill and we'll take out our other batch.
Yeah, so you can do this in the refrigerator. We did ours in the freezer because we wanted them sooner, but works either way, depending how cold you want your bars.
Okay, so we are going to take a trip to the freezer. Very nice. Okay, so here's our freezer. Miss Maria is going to put our bars in and take the already made bars out. Super exciting.
So here's the bars we made this morning, and I haven't looked at them yet, but they feel pretty hard, so I think that it works.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the final reveal. Ooh, wow. Okay, so you can probably tell I can kind of hold it. Ooh, let's see if I can do this. Look at that, it stays together. Oh, that's exactly what we were hoping for. So it looks really good. Do you want to give a close-up of this one?
Of course. So this one we just used Cheerios. So it's just Cheerios, sun butter, and maple syrup. No Rice Krispies like the other one, but I think it's going to be just as delicious.
Yeah, so I am so excited. So this one is kind of in a rectangle shape, and I think we should cut it into some smaller pieces.
I agree.
So I'm going to grab my knife. It looks very sharp knife. And I am going to cut it in half. So be very careful. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it this way too. Ooh, wow, that cut really nicely. Okay, so here, let's hold up a piece.
Yeah, we can eat.
Ooh, this looks so good. There's our bars.
Very cool. I'm so excited.
Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, so would you like to try it first?
I would. I'm very excited.
Okay, so Miss Maren's gonna try her piece first. So I'm gonna go away so she can take her mask off.
I am so excited. I have never had these bars before. We're always trying new ingredients or new recipes on this show. So, first bite. Super crunchy. Even though it's frozen, it's not too hard, which is good because you don't want too hard for your teeth. It kind of tastes like a little caramelly, not gonna lie. A little bit like caramel. It's really good. I would love to have that as a snack. It's so good. Your turn, Miss Maria.
I am so excited. Okay, so let me try this one. These are really good. They definitely remind me of Rice Krispie treats a little bit, even though it's not Rice Krispies. But yeah, they're nice and crunchy, and I love the sweetness from the syrup, and the sun butter is a really nice flavor. So I definitely recommend making these. They are so good. Awesome. Oh, cool. So that was a very fun recipe to make. It was super easy. We just kind of mix everything together and then put it in the fridge. You don't cooking anything or baking or doing any of that.
And there's a lot of room to make your own changes and make the recipe your own. You can change the kind of nut butter. You can change from maple syrup or honey, and even the kind of cereal. Plus, you can add in whatever you want. I feel like even when they're done, maybe putting some jelly on top, like a peanut butter and jelly would be kind of cool.
That sounds really good. That's a great idea.
Or at the end, maybe putting some chocolate chips in to make it like a dessert. So
I love that idea.
Yeah, lots of different options.
Awesome. Wow. Well, we hope everyone enjoyed, and let us know if you end up making it. So if you have any requests for recipes that you'd like to see us bake on the show, you can leave a comment down below. We are always looking for new ideas, and we want to make things that you want to see. So let us know, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
Yes. Do we know what we're making next week?
Do we?
I think next week might be a surprise. Do we? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, next week is going to be a surprise. We will post about what the ingredients are
on Monday.
And we'll have it on YouTube and Class Dojo and all things like that. So stay tuned to see what next week's recipe is.
Awesome. Oh, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Yes. Bye. Enjoy the sunshine.
Bye.